How's it going, everyone? I just got to another medical school interview just now, about 15 minutes early, which is really nice. And I was having a conversation with someone last night who was asking me for advice about interviews, and it kind of prompted me to kind of make this short video really quick, just as I'm waiting to go in. And they were asking me, how do you prepare for really hard interview questions that are going to stump you and that you don't know the answers to? And after going on a few interviews, I've really realized that these interviewers are not really here to stump you. If you have MMIs, yeah, they're going to be a little bit hard. They're not going to be the easiest things ever. But on a regular traditional interview where you're sitting down with a person, their main goal isn't to make you sit there and say and sit there quietly and not know the answer to what they're asking you, because they've never met you before. And so a lot of what they're asking you is questions to get to know you, and there's no one who knows you better than yourself. And so it's kind of like going on these traditional interviews is kind of like being handed the answers to an exam before you take the exam. You know all the answers, they don't know anything about you, and they just kind of want to have a conversation with you, get to know exactly why you're there. And that's kind of how you should think of it. If you were going on a date, or if you were meeting someone for the first time, you wouldn't really study ahead of time, or you wouldn't be afraid of not knowing what to tell them if they ask you a question about yourself. And that's kind of how these interviews are too. I think people spend a lot of time getting fixated on the fact that these interviews are meant to be ridiculously hard and tricky, and to make you feel like you don't know anything about yourself. But that's not true, because they don't know anything about you besides what they see in your application. They just want to get to know you and know your personality and see if you kind of vibe with them and you're going to be a good fit for their school, because they know you're smart, they know academically you're fine. And so I think people get really fixed on the fact that they think that these interviews are going to be so hard that they have to prepare excessively for them. And I know people on Student Doctor Network, for example, they post all these really hard interview questions to practice. And I think by spending so much time preparing for questions you're not going to get asked, and just kind of making yourself more nervous than you already are going on an interview, I don't think it's the best use of your time and energy. Sorry, the video cut out, but basically all I was saying was just, I'm gonna go in there, give them exactly what they want. We'll let them see my personality, see why I want to be there, and just kind of socialize and just have a good time. And again, these interviews are like getting the answers to an exam you haven't taken yet. You know all the answers. Don't stress and assume that they're trying to trick you or they're trying to stump you, because they just want to talk to you. They just want to have a good time, and they want to walk out feeling like you had a good first date, essentially, is kind of the idea there. But I do gotta go. This interview starts in less than 10 minutes, and I don't want to walk in late. So thanks for watching. I hope everyone does well in their interviews, especially if you're going on interviews right now. And I will see you guys next time.